All right, so we're going to begin here in constructive rest, lying flat on the ground with your feet, your legs bent and feet out wide, about max distance apart, and your knees falling together. This is the point we're always going to come back to. Just settling in here. And we're going to just inch the feet about hip distance, knees going straight into the sky, and begin with some pelvic tilts. So as you inhale, you're going to arch the back, pressing the tailbone into the ground just a little bit, not to the point of any pain. Exhale, press the sacrum down into the mat. Inhale, arch just slightly, breathing into the pelvis. Exhale, really press the low back into the mat. One more just like this, breathing in. Exhale, pressing the spine down into the mat. From the exhale, we're just going to draw the knees into the chest. Beginning gently here, just start to hug the knees down toward the chest. You can slowly rock side to side, being gentle with the back as you begin to loosen up this morning. Making sure you're taking nice deep breaths through the nose, breathing all the way down into the belly. You can take the hands to knees and begin to make circles. Really feeling the places along your low back and the upper hips that are getting stretched along these circles. Even massaging these areas. You can switch directions with the circles. Keeping these nice, steady, deep breaths. And then change back to rocking from side to side. Maybe you can rock a little bit further this time. And then just drawing the knees into the chest. And you go ahead and release back down into constructive rest. You're going to take your feet directly on the ground, hip distance apart, knees pointed up. Leave the left leg where it is and just draw the right sole of the foot straight to the sky. And release the fingers behind the right thigh, coming into a hamstring stretch. And start to push the right leg, the right thigh away from your body. So you start to have some tension where the arms are drawing the leg in, but the leg is pushing out. This is going to strengthen and straighten out the low back so that you're coming into this pose with alignment and integrity. And from here, you can start to draw this top foot in so you're getting a nice hamstring stretch. Wherever you are is fine. We don't want to be going to pain here. And just keep the resistance where the leg is pushing away from you so that your sacrum and spine stays in alignment. Once you find your point where you're feeling a nice stretch but not pain, go ahead and start to roll the ankle here. Drawing the toes in towards the nose and then pushing them up to the sky. Do that a few times. Coming into the breath again, making sure you're still breathing into the low belly. Rolling the ankle. And then gently releasing. We're going to go to the other side here. So right leg stays with the sole of the foot on the ground. We're going to draw the left sole of the foot straight up. Interlace the fingers around the thigh. Pull the toes in towards the nose. And start to push the left heel away from your body, holding the left thigh in place with your hands so that you find that resistance, you find some strength through the pelvic region. And then start to draw in the left leg. Find your stretch. Again, Once you find that nice deep stretch to the left hamstring, make sure you're still providing some resistance by pushing the left leg away from you. And then you can start to straighten and bend the ankle, so knees coming to nose, and then toes coming to the nose, and then toes pushing up to the sky. Not forgetting about nice, calm, steady breaths. You can start to roll the left ankle once in each direction. And then go ahead and place it back on the earth, finding constructive rest, a few deep breaths into your low belly. We're going to roll onto the left side of the body. With the knees bent, hips stacked, knees stacked. You can use your left arm as a pillow. You're going to take the right hand, place it over the head here so that your neck is supported. And on an exhale, we're going to just crunch inward, so you're bringing the right foot up, right knee up. Release. Inhale is going to lengthen everything out, so getting long with the side body. Exhale, knees come back to stack, right knee stays on top of left, crunching up in. Inhale, release down, and then reach the right hand above your head. Right heel presses out away from the body. Exhale, come back to stack, crunch in. Inhale, release, and get long. And we're going to come back to neutral. Inhale, we're going to reach everything out long again. And then we're going to take the right foot back, right hand forward and to the side so that you get a nice long stretch here. And the right foot's going to come forward, right arm's going to go up and back. Rotating like this 2 more times. Inhaling, reaching long. Exhaling, right foot forward, right arm back, opening up a little bit. Inhale 1 more time. Left hand reaches forward, right foot reaches back. Exhale, reverse. And then coming back to neutral. You're going to draw the right foot as far away from your body as you can on an inhale. Exhale, keeping the leg down along the surface of the ground. Draw the knee up toward the nose. Inhale, getting long. Exhale, knee to nose. Dragging the leg along the other leg and the surface of the ground. Inhale 1 more time for length. Exhale, knee to nose. Back to neutral. Come over back onto the back and then make your way onto the other side of the body. We're just going to do the whole series again. So taking the left hand to support the head. Left leg on top of right leg. Keeping the left knee down. Take a breath in. Exhale, we're going to crunch. Lifting the left foot, lifting the head and the left elbow. Release back to center. Inhale, getting long. Stretching that left heel away from the body. Left hand up above the head. Exhale, back to neutral. Crunch in. Inhale, release. And then get long, stretching the left side body. Exhale, back to center. Crunch up. Inhale, release, and get long. From here, we're going to start to take the side body stretches. So the left heel goes back, the left hand goes up and forward, stretching that left side body. Exhale everything the opposite direction, opening the chest a little toward the sky. Inhale. Hand reaches up and forward, leg reaches back and away. Exhale. Hand reaches up and back, left leg reaches forward and down. Once more. And after the last one, we're going to bring everything back to neutral over here on the right side of the body. With an in-breath, you're going to reach the left heel away from your body, getting long through the left side body. Exhale. Drag that leg up the other leg along the surface of the ground, knee to nose. Inhale, getting long. Exhale, knee to nose. Once more, in breath for length. Exhale, knee to nose. Go ahead and come back onto the back. I'm going to draw the knees into the chest once more. Rock side to side, just gently here. Making a few circles. And then finding constructive rest once more. Knees about mat distance apart, allowing feet about mat distance apart, allowing the knees to fall together. Taking the left hand onto the low belly region, the right hand over the heart. Coming into your breath, breathing into the low belly, relaxing and falling down into the earth. Finding space on your in-breath in your belly. And exhaling, releasing and relaxing down into the earth. Start to imagine that you have roots starting to shoot down from your body into the earth below you. Just as a tree's roots go and weave through the soil to find strength and stability and nourishment. We're going to envision our own roots finding these same qualities, connecting us to the ground. So beginning from the soles of your feet, just imagine roots starting to spread out down into the earth below you, weaving together, some going deeper, some going wider. One larger one coming straight down from each heel, shooting straight down into the earth, finding a level deep within the earth's crust to root and sink into. Moving up to your hips and sacrum, roots sinking down, one bigger main root coming right down from the tailbone at the base of your spine. Smaller roots moving out from the hips, the sacral region of your low back. Again, they could weave through each other, some being thinner, some growing thicker, but all of them rooting you and connecting you into the earth. Moving up along the spine, multiple roots coming out from along the spinal column, all the way up into the shoulder blades. Roots coming out of each shoulder blade, down into the earth, weaving out wide, spreading far in your connection to the ground below you. Down through your arm, coming out of your elbow, coming out of the backs of your hands, rooting you, connecting you to the soil. Keep breathing. Now moving up to the back of your skull. Allow roots to shoot down into the earth from the back of your skull, connecting your head into the earth. And notice now as you have roots along your entire body, grounding you, keeping you strong and stable. It is the roots of the tree that allow its trunk to sway and bend with the wind. And now see that all of these roots have pores on them where you can release any toxicity into the earth. It will take these toxins and transmute it into something beneficial for something else. So just go ahead and start to release any tension, any mental turmoil, any emotional pain, any physical pain in the body. Start to release it down these roots. Using your breath to assist you here. Releasing physical pain straight down that biggest grounding cord coming out of your tailbone and into the earth. We're going to continue to release through the earth, through our roots, as we just invite earth energy coming from deep within the core of the earth to come up and plug into the soles of our feet, starting to clear and cleanse the soles of our feet, the ankles, the toes, moving up through the shins, the knees, the thighs, up into the tailbone, throughout the hips, and then down that main root that you have coming out of your tailbone, releasing through that root so that anything that was pulled away can just release down through the pores of that main root. Asking earth energy to come up and connect with the palms of our hands, clearing out our hands and our fingers, our wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms into the shoulders. Connecting with the center point along our spine in between each shoulder. Moving up through the neck, through the skull, through the center of the brain, and out the crown of the head. Allowing anything that's get pushed that was stuck to just fall out, those roots that are in the back of your skull. Asking earth energy that we've moved into our tailbone and our upper spine to just start to move up along the spinal column or down, meeting at the center point at the third chakra right there behind the belly button, the solar plexus. And just feeling earth energy start to spiral around your body as well, encompassing your entire energetic field with grounded, clearing, nourishing earth energy. Breathing into the belly, feeling the roots pulling you down into Mama Gaia, connecting you with the earth. Start to let go of all the visualizations, the imaginations, coming back to your body, back to your breath. Placing one hand on the low belly, one hand on the heart. Feel the breath moving in the body. Feel how your body is connected and grounded to the earth. As you start to deepen the breath, bringing some gentle movement back into the body, into the toes and the fingers, into the wrists and the ankles. Alright, so go ahead and roll off onto one side of the body. Taking your time in transition. Taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up to this practice this morning. And start to just push your way up into a seat. And then all the way coming to stand in forward fold. So you want your feet and ankles to be hip distance apart, so you have a lot of space here with a really generous bend in the knees. Toes are going to be pointed straight forward and heels directly behind them. So go ahead and make sure you're in that alignment. Keep the knees really, really bent so that you're finding space in the low back and as opposed to tension. Allow the head to fall straight down. You can start to straighten the knees to find a nice hamstring stretch, but only to the point that it's still feeling good on the low back. If you straighten them too much, it's going to start to pinch and hurt the low back. You can even start to bend and straighten them so you're bouncing a little bit, finding more length through the spine. You can interlace hands at opposite elbows. Taking deep breaths here and just releasing. We're going to do some half lifts, so taking the hands to shins. You're actually going to use your hand and arm strength to push into your shins, and as you inhale, lift up, pulling the crown of the head forward, the heart forward, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold back down, pulling yourself in, keeping the bend in the knees. Inhale, hands to shins, push the tailbone back, pull the heart and the crown of the head forward, really push and find resistance between the hands and the shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, half lift. Keeping all that alignment. See if you can actually find space between each vertebra as you lengthen, breathing your breath in between the space. Exhale, fold. You're going to bend the knees deeply on an inhale. Rise up with a flat back through chair pose. Reach up to the sky. Interlace the fingers and fall over to the left side here, finding a nice stretch to the right side body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, center, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Curl yourself in, keep the knees bent, hands to shins. Inhale, half lift. Bend the knees deeply, lengthen and straighten through the entire spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Stay here on the exhale. Really find space. Use the strength in your arms to find space through the back. Inhale again for length. Exhale, bend the knees even more, sit low. Inhale, rise with a flat back. Coming into Tadasana, allowing the eyes to close. Finding a few breaths here.